To hear your experience of sensory meltdowns. Do you know when they're coming? Do you
So like not really. Uh for the longest time like I would get a migraine and I wouldn't know it was coming, but then I like started to be like, "Oh, there's these things like, when it's like I think aortic migraine, so my eyes get blurry or I feel dizzy and I just feel like off and now I'm able to like pick that up and be like, "Oh, these are the things. Like this is going to be a migraine, so I'll just take the medication ahead of time." But with this, it's like there's so many things that bother me all the time that it's hard for me to even know like what's going to be the tipping point. Um, but I have noticed a couple of patterns. So basically, it goes from being all these things outside of myself are bothering me to stuff to do with me, like really close things, like my skin texture is bothering me, my own hand on my own body is bothering me. And um, then obviously something that's very near and dear, my parenting style becomes more abrasive. And I notice it right away because I'm always trying to not do that from the habit of being that way, being raised that way. Then I go, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And it gets really more difficult to not do it. And that's the indicator that I'm just being overwhelmed. So then I like call my husband and be like, these are all the things that are bothering me right now. And usually he can just talk to me and be like, and reassure me. And it helps me not get to the overwhelmed state, um, or to the end of the meltdown. And then obviously like he'll facilitate, like he'll be like, hey, why don't you go like into town and get a coffee? And then I'll just sit in my car for hours to just unwind and try to be like, you know, to reunite myself with my own body again, because I feel like it's a thing where I just separate myself and then I'm looking at myself from the outside looking in, being like, yes, but your hair, the ends of your hair right now are always there, but right now they're stabbing you in the neck. I don't know if that makes sense, but I can take it back down and be like, and now it's just the things that are outside of me again. Get it out of myself and I'm coming back into my own body and be like, nope, it's just the glare from the snow now. It's just this and this and this, things that I can move away from, things that aren't following me. Yeah, so I don't know if that makes sense, but that's my experience.